Hi, besties. I hope you guys are well. So we have a new pandemic, it seems, or it's always existed, and I'm just only now realizing that there's so many YouTube channels criticizing the Christian community, preachers, how things are supposed to be done, why everyone else is being a Christian wrong and stuff. And I feel like there's quite a large group of people that think or that perceive themselves as the standard when it comes to being a Christian. These people get to tell you how to be a Christian and how not to be a Christian. They are the Jesuses of today, yet they are just like me and you. And it's so confusing to me. In case you don't know what I'm talking about. So there are YouTube channels that are based on looking at content, Christian content. Say for example, T.D. Jakes was preaching, and so they will go through the whole sermon and then pinpoint everything wrong with the sermon, what he said wrong, what he wasn't supposed to say. I was watching one of these channels last week, and they were talking up as far as T.D. Jakes, the church partnered with Coca-Cola, right? So they were talking about why they were not supposed to partner with that because the drink is not good for people and stuff. They go as far as that. While they may be right, I don't know, but it's just that type of content. So they go after so many people, so many controversial scriptures that are not preached right. They spend so much time. That is what their lives are based on. And I think it's very interesting and it's very intriguing. Is this something new? No, it's not. Christians have always, it's just a thing in the Christian community. You're going to find Christians who criticize, and then you will find Christians who really don't care what others are doing. They're just doing their own thing. So it's always been a thing. But to have a whole channel based on criticizing other people or just saying everything. Right now there's this Beyonce thing going on that you know what I mean. Sam Smith as well, that the Illuminati thing is back again. These are not new things, but I never thought that people would make content out of this. Why do some Christians think that they are the standard? Where does that come from? And I think the worst kind are the people that deemed themselves sinners at some point in their lives. So for example, there's this famous lady who was a lesbian in the past, and now she's no longer a lesbian. And I feel like when I watch her content, sometimes I feel like she thinks she's the standard because she's no longer that, and therefore we should all listen to her because she is now redeemed and blameless, and her husband as well. Why are people criticizing others so much instead of building other people up? And it's not necessarily a matter of, I'm not saying that people get to do whatever they want to do and whatnot. I know what the word says. I know what God apparently wants from us, but I'm also very aware of the individual journeys in our Christian journeys as individual people, right? I feel like my personal journey allows me to walk my Christian journey differently than my friend is walking theirs or any other person. Why is it supposed to look the same, right? If you don't listen to whatever genre of music because you are Christian, does that mean that I should stop listening to that as well because you have stopped? There's no sense of individuality in the Christian journeys anymore. It's more about what other people think should be a Christian journey, and it's really getting confusing at this point. And the Christian critiques and the people under the comment section, because I think for me, usually when there's things like this that are happening, say for example, someone says something bizarre on Twitter, and then a million people like the tweet. I'm always amazed by the million people liking the tweet, not necessarily the tweet itself. So I feel like it's the same thing with these videos, that there's so many people, especially in the comment section, that feel the same way. So we are walking around and living with among these people in our lives, the people who think that it's all about rules and there's literally no room for grace, and it's all about judgment. This is right, this is wrong. And we are all, I feel like there's such, it's pretense and it's ridiculous to think that you can just be straight and narrow and be this Christian who doesn't sin, who's straight. How the hell are you guys doing that? How are you not doing the wrong things like any other human being? And if you are so redeemed and so righteous, why do you even need Jesus then? Because in that case, you didn't even need him back in the cross, because you're good, you can do all these things by yourselves. It's beating other people down. The people who are trying to preach the gospel, they're being chastised. The people who are trying to get the gospel from the people that are being criticized are also criticized and are not discerning enough. Oh my gosh, like, can people just try? Like, even the preachers are not going to be perfect. Preachers are going to make mistakes. Can there be room for mistakes? Why do people think it's okay to be so judgmental and so dismantling and bringing everyone down and making it okay? Why is that okay? In what world? Is it just me who's being bombarded by this? And I think the latest one is the Beyonce one. There's a lot of shots about that and why people should not go to the concert. Am I saying that they are completely wrong? I don't know what people are saying and why they're saying these things that they're saying and whatnot. But can we chill? And this notion that a person who's filthy rich must definitely be worshipping demons and the devil, because I guess God cannot give you that much wealth. It's confusing. It's like the celebrities that are making it out there. God is totally against secular stuff, I guess. He just wants people to worship in the Christian way that we've decided is the only way to honor God. Secular things are just wrong and people should not indulge. What is going on? I'm saying all of this with the understanding that the Christian community as a whole is not perfect. There's a lot of things that go wrong. I can pinpoint the Bushiri thing in South Africa that we saw, that some people do take advantage of just vulnerable people, take their monies, preach the wrong gospel and whatnot. But that's not everyone. And I feel like everyone is being criticized. And I feel like the people who are criticizing other people, why not just preach the right things then instead of criticizing? You know what I mean? So if everyone else is preaching wrong and everyone else is not doing what God is told us to do, then do the right thing that you see that God told you we are supposed to do. You know what I mean? Because everyone is wrong. Be right. Open a church, since you think it's so easy to run a church, and just preach the things that God wants people to preach, the things that you feel people are getting wrong. Why not do that instead of who are you helping? Criticizing. I don't know. This for me is unsettling. It bothers me so much that there's so many people who are just so negative. You know, at this point, I guess we are all supposed to be wearing very long skirts. We are back to that. Long skirts, women should know. I literally heard a young person in one of the YouTube channels saying that women are not supposed to be preaching in 2023. Like, why? It's 2023. The gospel, yes, doesn't change with times or whatever you guys say. But really, At this point, we are not going to be arguing about who is supposed to be preaching, who is supposed to sit down, who is supposed to. Oh my gosh, just worship, spread the word, be kind, be nice to people. That's all. God will do the rest. If I am wrong, God will show me where I'm wrong. It's a journey. It might take me 10 years. That's okay. Why are people so concerned about what other people are doing in their Christian journeys? God can defend himself also. And I feel like there's that also element that I'm going to defend God. I'm going to fight for my faith. Chill. Preach what is supposed to be preached. Pray for people. Let God handle. He is so big. He is so mighty. He can handle himself. He doesn't need you fighting for him. Really. It's like, who are you helping? There's so many people. I would not want to be Christian if I heard a person criticize everything like that. If I wasn't Christian, that wouldn't even draw me to the faith, or just to wanting to know more about Jesus and stuff. Because if there's so many rules, why would I even want to go near that? Right? I don't know. This is just me being confused, and I think it's getting worse and worse. It's young people as well, which is very confusing. Anyway, what do you guys think? I'd love to hear what you have to say about this. Bye, guys.